Hi everyone, I'm Shivani Kulanu. Today I'll be presenting our project Game of Life. This is project 3 in the course web programming. As I've told, I'm Shivani Kulanu and my teammates are Anushka Sinha and Sagar Krishna Kashyap. So even before entering into what the Game of Life is and what the project is about, I'll give you a short summary of our project as requested in the assignment document. So let's go there. So this is our small summary of the project. Our leader is Anushka Sinha, and our project name is Game of Life. Team name is Last Three Survivors. And the description of this project is that the Game of Life is a basically a game where the grid of cells, where each cell is in the state of being alive or not. And the next generation of the game totally depends upon the current generation and some of the rules. That rules we'll be seeing when I'm presenting the next slides. And the team members here are Anushka Simha, she's the leader again, and she's a designer, programmer, and tester of the website. Sagar Krishna Kashyap is also designer, programmer, and tester. Myself, Shivani, and I'm the programmer, tester, and also the PowerPoint presenter today for you. So let's go to the presentation. The contents which we will be seeing today is the introduction part. What are the requirements given and did we solve them fully? The design, the rules of Game of Life, the user interface, the UML diagram code, what is the methodology we have used, testing part, and also finally the demo of the project. So moving on to the introduction of Game of Life. So what is this game is basically, it's also simply called as Life, and it's basically a cellular automation devised by a mathematician in 1970. So it is a zero-player game. That means that it is its evolution is determined by its initial state. It requires no further input anyhow, and the one interacts with Game of Life by creating an initial configuration and observing how it actually evolves. So this is a bit about the introduction. Moving on to the general requirements. So the input which was given for us, what all we should be covering in this project is, we have to start the game, we have to stop the game, increment by one generation, increment by 23 generations, resetting the game, and patterns and the drop downs for that. And we have to create a login profile, maintain the login, and obviously, if there is a login profile, we also have a registration profile. And finally, we are also storing the name of the players and how many generations have they made, and the timestamp of when did they play that game is also stored in our code. So these are the inputs given for us, and of course we are covering all of them. We have implemented all of them. Moving on to the design. So the main base for this entire project is we are using HTML, CSS, PHP, and JavaScript. And coming to the rules of the Game of Life, so basically there are four Game of Life rules here. So the first one is any life cell with fewer than two live neighbor dies as if caused by underpopulation, and any life cell with more than three live neighbors dies as if by overcrowding. Any live cell with two or three live neighbor cells on the next generation, and any dead cell with exactly three live neighbors becomes a live cell. So these are some of the rules. And coming to the user interface, so this is the user interface we have. I'll be showing you the other pages as well. So this is basically the sign up page. I'll again take you to the demo of the project. So this is just a screenshot of the user interfaces we have. So this is a sign up page. As you can see, you'll be entering the email, your phone number, or email or the phone number and the password and the confirm password, and you'll sign up. And you have a login page where you'll again enter your details and you log in. We are also doing all kind of authentication over here and handling errors as well. So if you give a wrong password, then it is handling, the error handling is happening. Coming to this is the main page. So as you can see, there is a grid option available. So you can choose any grid size, that is 10 or 16 or how much ever you want. And then we also have options like increment by one generation, increment by 23 generations, or random population. So these all are also available, which are part of the actual Game of Life idea. And then you have start and stop buttons, and you have a reset option, and you can also check the leaderboard from here. So moving on to the leaderboard page. So this is how the leaderboard page looks if you click on the leaderboard in the game page. So you can see the username, how many generations have they scored, and the date they played. And according to the generations they have scored, you will have the rank for it. Moving on to the UML diagram. So this is our UML diagram. So as I've already told you the flow of the game of life. So the same thing I'm showing up here in the UML diagram. So the firstly, you will be signing up, and later on, once you sign up, if it's successful, then it will go to the login page. If not, you should be signing up correctly, giving the correct details. And if login is successful, it will take you to the main page of the play game. And in that, you'll have three options. So one is the main part, that is playing the game. If not, you can directly go to the leaderboard, or if you want, you can log out without playing the game also. So if you choose play game, then in play game, there are some options available. So you can directly start the generation by clicking on some blocks in the grid. If not, you have options such as increment 1 generation or increment 23 generations or random population. So once you complete clicking on one of these, you can then click on start button, which actually starts the game of life concept. And then once it is done, you can click on stop. Once stop is clicked, you will have the number of generations available in the page. And then finally, if you click on reset, the page gets reset, and also the score which was available till then, the generation score, that will go and store in a PHP related text file, and that would be again used and would be shown on the leaderboard page as well. So this is the entire flow and the UML diagram we have. Going on to the code snippets. So this is some of the code for the sign up page, which you have already seen. So to the left side, the sign up page code is basically more like HTML code. So whatever the data the user is entering, that is being, the action is being posted to a different PHP file, that is create user PHP file, which is being shown on the right side. So here the entire checking of the data, if the user is giving the right data or not, the handling is happening. And also we are storing the data in a text file as well. So that is what is happening in sign up page. Moving on to the login page, again to the left side is more of the HTML part of the login page, and the right side is more of the PHP part. So again, we are taking the data of what the user have given, and we are checking it if the data is already there in the text file or not. And we are returning the next page. If the data is present, that means the user is already registered. And if the data is not present, we'll give you an error message called invalid user. So that is login page. Moving on to the main page and the leaderboard page. So in the main page, as you have seen, that's the left side one, there is a lot of things happening, but more things happen in JavaScript file more than in the front end. So in this main page only, as you have seen, the entire game of life concept is there. And the right side, that is the leaderboard page. Basically, there would be a table for you where a user have scored how much generations would be displayed for you. Finally, the game.js file, that is the JavaScript file. So for the entire project, whatever the JavaScript we have used, that is there in this game.js file. So in this game.js file, so the game of life concept, creating different grids and creating different patterns and everything is available in this JavaScript file. And also any kind of front end handling which we are doing extra, that is also there in this game.js file. So yeah, that's a bit about our code snippets. And moving on to the methodology, that is we have used the Scrum methodology. So Scrum is basically a very popular methodology, as we all know. So like any other methodologies, in Scrum methodology also we have followed a lot of concepts of it. So basically we used to have meeting daily on daily basis, and we used to give our updates. What did we do yesterday? What are we going to do today? And if we have any blockers or not, we used to give updates of every day. And because of that, that kind of methodology helped us to know where we are and what kind of work we are doing every day, and if we are stuck at any place. So because of knowing that, we are able to help each other. So those are some of the helpful things from the Scrum methodology we got.
And also we used to maintain a board, like a dashboard of thing where we used to have tasks to do every day. And once the task is done, we come back to the dashboard and we uh, mark it complete or done. So those are some of the points which we have taken from Scrum methodology and which we have implemented them while we were doing this project. Finally, the testing. So in testing, we have the session handling and the cookie handling mainly. So the session starts when the user is getting logged in and ends when the user is getting logged out. So the session finally destroys when the user is getting logged out. So whatever the data we want to be used the entire project, we are storing them in the sessions and we are using it in the entire project. Moving on to the form processing. So form processings are also we are using to ensure the validation of the questions. And finally, we have tested the flow of the game and we have tested the entire links and all. And as I've told you, we have gone through many test cases like what if we registered with the wrong data, or what if we registered with the wrong login credentials? What if we click on the direct logout.php, nothing happens once you go into the game? What if we play something and then click on logout.php? What if we play and then click on reset? That is when the data goes into the text file, and from there it would be taken into the leader dashboard also. So those are some of the testings we have done. And finally, I'll be showing you the demo as well. And here I have my team, Anushka Sinha, Sagar Krishna Kashyap, and myself, Shivani Kolanu. Thank you so much. So let's first also go to demo. So yeah, so this is our signup.php file, which I've told you. Here you'll give your email or your phone number or anything, or your username, give your password and confirm password and click on sign up. Else, if you already have an account, you'll just click on login. So let us log in. So I have my data already available. So I'm clicking on login. So once I click on login, you can see here the grid have already come up, the Game of Life grid. So here you have the grid sizes 10, 20, 30, 40. You can choose how much ever you want. It will give you that grid. See, it's dynamic. So you can choose any number of grids you want. So yeah. So, and you have increment 1 generation, increment 23 generations, random population, and you have start and stop buttons and also reset button. So let's go and do a bit of play over here. When you click on it, yeah, so that's how it gets populated according to the Game of Life concept. See, as you can see, the oscillation is happening here since it's a 3 block. So yeah, this kind of things also happen. And then until you click on stop, the generations keep on getting added. So this is it. So as you can remember, I have logged in as Shivani, correct? So once you click on reset, what happens is whatever the score I have done, that is generations, that is 76, that goes and stores in my text file. And from there, it also shows on the leaderboard. Let's go to leaderboard and see if it is there. Yeah, it is there. As you can see, Shivani, 76 I have scored, and this is the date and time which I have scored there. So as I've told you, it is available. So let's go back to this. You also have a concept called random population. So it will only randomly populate the grid. And if you click on start, it will start doing it. And yeah, so you can see that since it became an oscillation, it keeps on oscillating until you stop it. So you have stopped it. And finally, this is the generation you have. Let's click on reset and again go to the leaderboard and see if you have that available. See, yeah, it got added. Shivani 44. It got added. So this is the leaderboard and this is the entire game which we have. Once you click on logout, the logout.php gets called. That is, the session gets destroyed over here. So yeah, I'm going to log out and yeah. So this is our demo of Game of Life. I hope it's clear and thank you very much.